Jet gummed this eyelash. Came apart. All right, y'all. We're gonna give everybody a minute to get in. I gotta go fix this eyelash real fast if I can. Come on in. Come on in. Hit the like. I'll be right back. Hey, y'all. I'm back. Welcome in. Thank y'all for being here. Hey, BFF. Tomorrow's the day. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you have not already subscribed. All right. How's everybody tonight? It is Tuesday, y'all. I was sick. And now today I'm good. Like nothing ever happened. So thank goodness. I can't stand to be sick. I can't stand it. I cannot stand to be sick. I don't like to be sick. So I'm glad that I'm better. It didn't last long. Y'all come on in, hit the like button. Thank you for stopping by. We are going to talk about it all. We're going to talk about the Reiners. We're going to talk about Kandi and Todd. We're going to talk about the appeal that was filed in the Milagro Grams and Meg the Stallion. But there's a twist to that. So we're going to talk about it. So we're going to give people just a few more minutes, about 60 more seconds, and we'll get started. And I appreciate y'all being here. As you come in, hit the like or the dislike or whatever, but hit one of them for me. It does keep us in the algorithm, and it's a free way to support the channel. So give me just a second, and about 60 seconds, we just going to get started.
What's up, y'all? We on a commercial break. Just bear with us. What's up, Bridget? How are you, man? How was your Monday? I mean, your Tuesday. While in the chat, I want to talk to y'all about Los Angeles. What's going on in Los Angeles? Basically, it's legal. Basically, it's legal for uh, ex trafficking in Los Angeles with
What?
kids. With kids.
What now?
Basically, with the governor of California, he has a transgender law that I guess with kids could be whatever they want or whatever. Look it up. It was just an interview about it like the day yesterday. And say for instance, if you know how when you see prostitutes walking down the street, and you might see a 14-year-old little girl walking down the street selling herself to make money. If a cop see that, he cannot say nothing because it protects the transgender law that California has, so a cop can't say nothing. He cannot stop it. So at the end of the day, that's what this world coming to.
Yeah, that's
And
weird. That is weird.
and the crazy thing about it is it has to be Department of Social Services involved with it because now say for instance, if the cops was called to your home and your mom and their mom and dad get arrested and their child go to foster care and they come home 3 years later from doing whatever time they're doing and to find out that your child ain't there no more,
Sorry about that.
just to find out your child ain't in foster care no more, that your child could possibly be on the street somewhere.
It's
Look it
crazy.
up.
It's
Look it
crazy.
up.
I thought it was crazy just for Oklahoma just passed a law that the consent age here was 18. Now they just passed it in November that it's 16. Like I'm confused. I'm
See,
confused. Hey
it,
Harlem. Yeah, I came on at 8:30, little bit early today. You
see,
haven't missed nothing. We haven't really
in
started.
in South Carolina, 16 always has been the law.
It just turned 16 in Oklahoma.
Well, South Carolina, 16 always has been the law. In South Carolina, they're trying to change it now to 14.
Mm.
Just like they made it where you could be 18 years old now and buy a pow pow. You remember you used to have to be 21?
Mm-hmm.
Now in South Carolina, it's 18.
They
But you got
wonder
to be,
why. They
and
wonder
then
why.
listen to this, but you still got to be 21 to buy liquor and cigarettes. You know how you used to be 18 to buy cigarettes? Now you got to be 21 in South Carolina to buy cigarettes. So everything just backwards. I'd rather for my child to have cigarettes and liquor than to have a pow pow.
Yeah. If we just gotta have any of it, don't want
Yeah.
to have it.
But yeah, look it up about about that in this in California right now. Just Google if a cop see a teenage minor prostituting, can he stop it?
Um, you said in California?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry, I got hiccups, y'all. Um, Enticing a child prostitution law, Los Angeles criminal defense lawyer. Let me see what this says. Enticing a child to prostitution from human trafficking involving a minor into a broader engagement. So, in other words, it is a crime for a person to entice a minor into a brothel for the purpose of prostitution or to fraudulently induce a minor to have sexual intercourse, which is also known as canal abuse of a child. The penalties for violating this statute could lead to a felony charge penalized by or up to 3 years in the state prison in California. That's not telling me nothing.
Put 2025.
All right, here we go. Well, it says the new California law makes soliciting a minor a felony crime. So that's all it's saying. I'm not finding it.
I'll send you the clip.
Let me see this one. Yeah, it's just saying it. It's just talking about what I'm finding is everything is going to be a felony. Uh, it says after lengthy. This is August of 2025. After a lengthy battle, paying for X with a 16 or 17-year-old will be a felony. So it says nothing about a 14-year-old doing any of that. So yeah, you have to find it. I don't see it. You saw it on TV?
Yeah, I saw it on Fox. They interviewed one of the politicians, um, saying that the governor supported it because he had a godson that was transgender. So that's why he kind of exercised the laws.
Law.
And they were saying that the reason why it can happen because it'll protect the transgender law that was just passed in California.
Key California transgender law, an issue reported by Fox News. Gender affirming healthcare sanctuary law. California has passed legislation such as the SB 107 signed in 2022. Yeah, you have to find it.
I sent it to you.
Okay. Welcome everybody. Thank y'all for coming in. We're gonna have a conversation tonight. It's crazy. So I don't even know where to start. But I'll start with Ray J. Now, the question was posed to me, what I thought about Ray J talking of, screaming out that Diddy had taken his body, right? And for me, my response to that was that we know Ray J been spiraling out, right? I always gotta open up with Ray J. Right? Ray J has been spiraling out and just doing crazy stuff. So I had two different answers for her. My first answer was I think it's just Ray J spiraling out, acting a fool, just saying it just because he can say it and he's gonna go viral. It's a viral moment. And people are gonna pay attention to that, right? And that's the talk of the streets right now, right? Or the other thing was, I don't know, playing devil's advocate, like maybe it did happen, and this is his way of wanting to say something, but making light of it, like making it like kind of like a joke, screaming it out, right? But it really happened. So with Ray J, like you can never tell. You can never tell. I can't. If like, are you serious? Are you not serious? Is this a game? Like, why are you saying that? Because for me, I wouldn't think he would even come back out and speak on Diddy at all after the run-ins that he had with their sons, and supposedly had made up with them, and then he started supporting Diddy, right? So now he's in the streets yelling that Diddy took his A and his bottom ain't been right ever since. For me, I think it's a viral wannabe moment, and he and anything anybody will bite, he's gonna say. So, do I believe Diddy did that to him? No, I just don't. I think Ray J. This is Harlem. Harlem said, I think Ray J wants attention, and he needs to get some real attention. Yeah, I think so. I don't know what attention he's begging for or he's needing, but something is really, and we know this. Like, this is not nothing new. Something is going on with Ray J. I just don't know what. And you can look at a person and you can tell if they're using substances for the most part. He just do not look like the Ray J we've known, right? Before this. So, I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on with him. But to be in the streets and then and what happened? It went viral. He got the attention he was looking for in that moment. But I just don't believe that Puff did that to him.
I can believe it because at the end of the
I
day,
knew. Wait a minute. Hold on. I knew you was gonna say that. I think that I'm getting to know you way too well, because I was like, Montana will be the one that'll go against what I'm saying because of what, Montana.
for a grown man to have that much courage to say his manhood was taken, especially a man that's straight, that love women, to go on the internet to say his manhood was taken, that take a lot of balls.
But why now? Why is he just now saying it now when he had the platform when he first came out and said asses has been taken? Excuse my language.
Because maybe he feel comfortable talking about it now.
Could be. He said he is close with Chris Stokes, and we know the stories about Chris. Absolutely, Harlem. So I don't know. I don't
Because like Ray
know. I
J,
don't.
Ray J came in the industry as a AJ Ray J came in the industry very young. You remember he was a
He did.
teenager playing on Moesha and all them shows.
Listen, he did, but his mom was so protective, which is she was so protective over Brandy and Ray. But at some point, I don't know when this happened. I think at the point where they were getting ready to fire her, or she was just getting ready to back off of being management and let them take control of their own business. I think that's when he started the little stuff, right? Because in the beginning, his mom was on every set in everybody's face about her kids, right? But then at one point, like at that point when she was like done and they had matured enough and she wanted them to learn the business more and be hands-on more, I think that's when, because that's at a point where he was in the office and they had a meeting, and his friends at the meeting sent some stripper girls in there, and everybody was like, Ray, what are you doing? He had been up all night drinking. So he started then. So, and still young, right? Still pretty young, where she's giving them control. So we know for a fact he was at Diddy's parties. We know that. He said it. He said he was there, but he's never seen anything like that. He don't believe any of that. But all of a sudden, his butt was taken. That's why I don't know what to believe, Montana, about him. We don't know that we don't know that Ray J loves women, but being overprotective, some kids will rebel, right? And I feel like that's a problem. Maybe she was too overprotective, and he just couldn't wait till he got to a point where he was thought he could just go and do his own. And I think that was like teen years, right? Like he was young when he came out here. But I'm thinking like 13, 14, 15 when he stole the car age, and he just started getting wrapped up allegedly
And
getting
it,
wrapped up in the game. Go ahead.
and then I want to know, because at the end of the day, boom, we know that could possibly be true. just like I said, as a man, for you to come on the internet and say that take a lot of courage. And everybody knowing you to have good women, bad chicks, you know.
Yeah.
So at the end
Yeah.
of the day, it go vice versa for women. I know a lot of women that was that had their womanhood taken, and they don't talk about it till 30 or
Yeah.
40 years later. I done
Yeah. Yeah.
talk.
We see that all the time.
I done had plenty homegirls that I done talked to that told me that happened to them, and their family don't even know about it, but they felt comfortable talking to me about it.
Bridget, you still here? I was just curious about how what she thought. I really like majority of me, like 90% of me, 85% of me don't feel like it happened. I felt like Ray J was looking for a moment to go viral, just like when he went live with his friends just the other day, with the bonnet on his head. He like, I didn't mean for this to go, knowing it was gonna go viral, right? When they brought up Kim Kardashian's name. So I just it's not impossible, it's not impossible, but I just don't know when it comes to Ray J. That's all I'm
Listen,
saying.
they said
So
somebody.
Bridget
Listen,
said she's still here. Like Bridget, you posed the question, like, what do you think? Do you think Ray is what do you think? Did this happen to him? Is it possible that it happened to him, or do you think it didn't happen? I was just curious what you thought.
but listen.
Go ahead.
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, listen. Maybe
Right, Harlem.
these are the things. Maybe these are the reasons why he going through his mental health phase that he's going through now,
Mm.
and finally feeling comfortable to talk about it.
So, because we don't know what Ray J. Listen, the industry is the devil. And so he was wrapped up in like,
And I wouldn't be surprised if Diddy was
kind
the
of some
only
of that.
one.
That's yeah,
I was.
right. So I mean, just like Harlem said, right? He says a lot. He does a lot. So it's like, is this true? Is this not true? Is that true? I don't know. But you make a good, valid point, Montana, in saying that this may be women. All we know, he said he took the 10,000 women down. Right? Is that what his number was? 10,000. So Bridget says she thinks it happened, but he is just now saying something. So I mean, it could have. It could have.
Yeah,
Did y'all see the
listen, Bridget,
video with
you on the
you?
same page as me. When you are alpha male that love women, and the internet knows you to love women, and for you to get on the internet and have enough courage to say that, now people go have gay
But he was
jokes
kind
at
of
you,
chuckling and laughing
and then
about it.
people go gay joke you for the rest of your life.
But he don't care. You see how hard he cut for the agency? That was part of that viral video that he had just the other day because his homeboy got on there saying that he was working with Kevin McCall. Asked Ray, did he want to work? Like you need to concentrate on your craft, like you are talented. And they got into on the subject about being gay or whatever. And them dude was like, I ain't gay, I ain't sleeping, none of that happened. Ray went off about the gay agency and said F you to his friend about the gay agency. So is Ray bi? I don't know. I'm just asking the question.
I don't think he. I
How
don't.
do you know he loves? So let's. Did you see Harlem's response or
Yeah.
question? How do we know? Because he had kids. He been with women, beautiful women.
Who all he used to date?
So I don't really know. I know. So let me see. I'll tell you who I know, and I'm sure Harlem knows more. So of course, Princess, she's beautiful. He dated Whitney Houston. She's beautiful, older, but she's
That's who I
beautiful.
remember.
He
Whitney
dated,
Houston. I was like, how the heck he date
yeah.
her?
He dated, who is that? Hello. Is it Regina White? Welcome. Thank you for being here. He dated Whitney. He dated Prince. He married Princess. He dated. Come on, give us some more. Ooh,
Did he date
you know
Mariah
I
Carey?
know.
And he dated Mariah Carey. No. That's Nick.
I don't
That was
recall
that
him
was
dating Mariah
that's
Carey.
Nick Cannon. That's Nick Cannon. My bad.
Hold on, let's just see. Let's just see if I can find out. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. As you come in, hit the like button. Thank y'all for being here. Join in the conversation. We got a couple of things to talk about tonight, so let's get into it. Right now, we on Ray J. I gotta always open up with my boy if he got something going on. But I'm getting
But
ready to
yeah,
Google it. My time.
but I remember
Who
we were talking to
has?
Whitney Houston because I was like, dang, how the heck he pulled Whitney?
Yeah, and he was allegedly with her when she passed away. No, it ain't allegedly. He was, but he was at a concert, and then he wasn't with her. He said he was at a concert and found out and came there where she was, but that was his girl.
He froze. Y'all hear me, y'all? She froze. Yeah, Tierra Marie. I remember Tierra Marie, Keisha Cole. That's why I was saying Harlem. Doggone, he always had himself around the good women. So I didn't see that. So y'all hear me talking right?
Everybody still here?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just blanked out. Sorry, y'all. So let me go back on who we got. So we got Kim Kardashian. We got Princess
I
Love.
remember Kim.
We
Yeah,
got
I remember Kim.
Whitney Houston. Yeah, because you know about that video with him and Kim. The
I ain't never
relationship
seen the
obviously.
documentary. I knew him. I knew they was talking. Then after that, it was Kanye West and Kim.
Monica Danger Leon, a contestant from his show For the Love of Ray J. She dated him in 2009. Sheila Ward, most recently, Sheila's who he's dating right now from Love Cabin, who's on the road with him, and he be fronting on her on live all the time. So I mean, he's dated some prominent women. And so is that could that be for the look? You know what I'm saying? For the image? I, like I don't know.
Listen, let me tell you
The
something, man.
women you saw him with does not mean he is a straight man. Absolutely, Harlem.
But
Like I
let me,
said, it could be
but let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something, and y'all know this, and y'all know better than this, and you know better for even putting that comment.
Tierra Marie, yep. Moniece, yep. Sorry. Keisha
You
Cole.
hear me,
Keisha
phases?
Cole. I didn't know about Keisha Cole.
You hear me, phases?
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Montana.
Y'all hear me, right?
I can hear you.
All right, and you ought to be ashamed of yourself for putting that comment because at the end of the day, a woman's
What
tuition.
comment? Wait a minute. Which comment?
No, I'm talking about what Harlan said. A woman you saw him with doesn't mean he a straight man. The reason why I say this is because listen, a woman's tuition. Y'all always say this. A woman's tuition is a woman's tuition. You know how y'all always say that, right? So a woman could peep a gay man before a man could peep a gay man. Right or
That's
wrong?
called a beard. Hey, Right Sounds. Thank you for coming here. Puff was with J Lo, and he's not a straight. Okay, prominent woman, beautiful woman.
Listen.
Puff
Hey,
been with
right sounds.
a laundry list of beautiful women,
Hey,
and
right
still is
sounds.
that way. Hey, Montana, I don't see you. I hear you. Do you see us together?
I see us together. You seeing ghosts right
I
now.
just see me. I just
Well,
see
I'm with you in
me.
spirit then. Well, I'm with you in spirit. But listen,
I
hey,
can't
hey,
stand
hey,
you.
hey, right
Okay.
sound. Hey, right sound. You a man, right? So at the end of the day,
Puffy.
am I lying when I say this? A woman could peep a man that's on the down low before a man could peep a man that's on the down low.
Say it again.
If a man is on the down low, a woman could peep it first before a man could peep it out.
Hmm.
I'm
I'm
lying,
over here
right
grazing.
sound? I'm lying.
I didn't know.
Once he
Puff
answer
been
that, then
with
I'm gonna
most.
go forward. Once he answer that, then I'm gonna go forward.
Okay, we're gonna wait on right. We're gonna wait on Rice's answer then,
A woman could pick a man that's
because
on the down low before a man could
I'm
peep it.
so in alignment with Harlem right now. I am so on that page right now. Oh, here's your answer. Like I said, I can't read that. I gotta get my glasses. None. Read it. Would you read it, Montana?
At all
Whose
times.
message is on hold? Read it, Montana, please, for me so I can get my glasses.
It said, like I said on a previous screen, he fruity. Hair always perfect, facial hair always perfect, outfit always perfect, more jewelry than your mom. That man, do you know the man's a perm or a prim or proper and proper at all times. But yeah, just like I said, a woman can peep that a man is on the down low before a man can peep another man that's on the down low. Like right now, we could be talking to right sounds. Like right now, we could be talking to a homeboy, and for all we know, excuse my language. For all we know, he'll you know what I'm saying. He'll excuse my language, a real ninja. You feel what I'm saying? You know, as men speak, he a real ninja. But a woman could peep that he on the down low. And the whole time we hanging around this ring around this dude because we think he gangster. We think he this, he think we that. And the whole time the woman could see that he on the down low before we will see it.
I don't know. It's you. I don't know because I've seen some handsome, good-looking men that look men, and I wouldn't know that. I didn't, and then find out that maybe they are. Like I couldn't catch on to that.
And then when him and that woman fall out, that when that woman explains, expose it. Oh yeah, he on the D low. When we do so and so and so and so and so and so, he like to get played with this right here. You know what I'm saying? You done seen it exposed. You been around the internet, you know what go on.
Ray
You heard what
J, unless he wants attention, he's probably telling the truth. I'm with Montana. Hard to admit you've been sexually abused by another. I mean, maybe I
that's hard.
just so something within me is saying Ray J doing a lot and saying a lot. Just like he on this lawsuit with Kim Kardashian, like he just came out with that. Where did that come from? Now it's a whole lawsuit. Like I don't know what's true and what's not. So it, but what I'll say, and we can move on. What I will say, it's not impossible. Like it could have happened. But a lot of me, a part of him, I feel like a lot of stuff Ray J is doing. I'm with you, Harlem. It's for attention. He's seeking some kind of attention, so he's going trying to go viral a lot. I don't know, but it could have happened. It's not impossible with the history that we now know about Puff. And he was Puff's boy. Like he was always around him. He told us a lot. So I'm thankful though here that we can agree to disagree on some things. I don't think that we're disagreeing with this. That we just well, I don't just say that it didn't happen. I just feel like part of me, like I said, is he's trying. He is just an attention getter, and it probably didn't happen. Could have, but probably didn't happen.
And then just like I said, that probably was part of his mental health. Part of his mental health issue is that experience, and plus probably the Whitney died with passing away. You know,
That listen, that right there, that's when I feel like he just fell off the like he just went crazy. That it ate at him, and then for them to say that he had something to do with her unaliving, he lost it because that's who I feel like he was in love with. He loved him some Whitney Houston.
but yeah, it takes
He said that after being kicked off Brandy tour and allegedly hitchhiking. Yeah, now you're on a plane. If he's laughing, it might be nervous laughter. So here's my thing. I was like, when me and Bridget was talking about it, I was like, the reason I kind of felt like this was wanting to be a viral moment is because, he was kind of smirking and laughing about it. But then on the other hand, that could be a part of like this really happened and this is the way I'm gonna get it out in a jokingly manner so I can just get this off of me, right? So I mean we could look at it every which way.
And then
But I would like to know I would like to know what Puff has to say about this. What I'm thinking about Puff is not he ain't admitting to nothing.
and then another thing is, let's look at it as a legal standpoint, right? I don't give a care how retarded you play, how dumb you play. People ain't gonna lose their money for no reason. You ain't got nothing,
No.
and nobody. You don't owe nobody nothing. Why make that allegation, and knowing that Diddy on demon time right now? He already trying to sue Netflix, and you don't think he coming for you for making that allegation?
That's what I'm saying. So couldn't he like that's and then like you just got into it with his boys about they daddy. But if you're saying that happened, even if it happened or not, Diddy can say defamation.
Yeah.
You out here lying on me saying that I'm doing the things that I didn't do to you. But he would have to prove it. Just like Rice
How,
said, it's hard to prove defamation. So he would still have to prove
how
that.
is hard to prove
Both of them.
defamation? How is hard to prove defamation? Ain't you know about it? Ain't I know about it now? You doing a whole you doing a whole live stream
Where's the
about it.
proof though? It's hearsay, right? In a court of law, you gotta have some proof, right?
So he ain't went on video saying it or nothing.
Who, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we know.
Okay then, that's proof.
And he got a videographer following him all over the world.
That video is proof.
Cause he said it?
Yeah. If I go on camera and say you went in my house and stole my TV, you stole this and you did that, you do that, stop hanging around you a thief. And I went public on Instagram Live or Facebook Live and said that, and you get the receipt to that, say the receipt to that and take it to your lawyer. Yeah, yeah. That's the receipt with you on social media, with your face saying it. You heard what I said, right?
No, it interrupted me. I didn't hear you. I heard most of what you said.
Yeah. What else proof I need? I got your face on video saying this.
Yeah. The culture vulture about to drop something on Puff and I'm waiting for it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And then Montana Wright says, yeah, he's on board with what you said on the down low. Um,
Listen, right? You could be hanging around a homeboy, right? And he might be on the down low, and you got certain and well, look like this. You got certain guys that be on the down low, and they could be making passes at another dude, and the other dude still won't catch on game. Still can't catch, can't still don't can't catch game and see. Oh, this dude hitting on me. You got some people still dumb to that, and the whole time this man just
uh-huh.
played you, and you don't even know it.
Hmm. The average guy on the street, maybe, maybe not. But if you live with this man, dating this man, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
And then the whole time you going to your homeboy house and his woman over there chilling, and his woman know he on the down low, but she's don't tell you. She still let y'all hang together. As soon as they break up, she exposing all his little gay fetishes and all type of stuff in the bedroom. She exposing all that on social media. You know how it go.
Yeah.
Now you got to walk around and face your community after what's been said. Just hard.
So I don't.
So
This is okay. So yeah, so we can move on. I, I, yeah, this was a good conversation to see what everybody thought. Um, about what Ray. And again, Ray is unpredictable. He just is. Maybe that's a good thing about him. But let's talk. Let's move on to Kandi and Todd. So as you guys know, they're of course getting the divorce. There was at the beginning. They've been married 11 years. At the beginning of this marriage, there was a prenup that Kandi had that she was wanting him to sign before they got married. It was kind of a back and forth on it, but he initially, I mean, he eventually went ahead and signed the prenup. Now, 11 years later, they're getting a divorce, and she's saying, "Here's the prenup that you signed." And so we started hearing things about this prenup that maybe this prenup was relevant then, but it's been 11 years. It's not relevant now because within an 11-year span, you guys have built and worked together and brought money in together and all these things. And so what I'm finding that now is allegedly there is their word on the curb, and we're still digging. I'm not sure, Harlem, if you know or if you've gotten some solid information, but for me, I'm hearing that the judge could have possibly thrown the prenup out. Now, before we heard this situation, we heard of this information, we heard of several scenarios of how possibly that this prenup could be thrown out. And one of those reasons was that it was irrelevant, that what was going on 11 years ago is very different from what's going on today, and a judge could overturn it. Or there was a few other scenarios that we heard. So I'm going to read what I know now today. I'm just not sure. But oh shoot, don't tell me it's not gonna let me in. But it says breaking. Candy Burris breaks down after the judge throws out a $50 million prenup. Todd Tucker wins. Atlanta is on fire.
you keep freezing.
Everybody still here?
Yeah, we still here.
I keep getting kicked out. I don't know what's going on with it. Did
Diddy
y'all
getting
hear?
on your behind for talking about it.
Listen, Atlanta is on fire today, and not because of
Listen,
new Bravo premiere. In a stunning legal twist that nobody saw coming, a Fulton County judge has officially thrown out the $50 million prenuptial agreement between Kandi Burris and Todd Tucker, igniting what insiders are already calling the most explosive celebrity divorce meltdown in Real Housewives history. And yes, sources inside the courtroom say Kandi broke down the moment the ruling was read. Hey, APZ, ain't nobody touching that money she made before Todd's wedding. And it says, what's the point of getting a prenup if a judge can overturn it? That's my thing. I was just reading something. So here's my thing. How in the world, if a contract is settled in black and white, and the ink is dried on the contract, we are done, I agree to this contract. How in the world can a judge go back and say, we're going to overturn this just because of what? I mean, a contract is a contract. So if you can do that, you can go back and what this is saying to me is I can sign all the contracts I want to, but I can get it. Somebody can get it overturned because they don't agree with what it said, but you signed it. You signed it. No, not expecting to get a divorce, but in the event, it didn't say if I got a divorce in 2 years or if I get a divorce in 3 years. It said if we get a divorce. It didn't give a timeline. So I'm wondering how can that be overturned? And then this one said, what's these comments? Let me see. I was reading some of the comments. Kandi had a lot of money before Todd. He can't touch that. What they made as a married couple, okay, split it, but watch how much more she gets that he won't touch. Kandi gives back on so many ways, and God will always show up for her. That's what I'm saying. So we already know. I mean, that's just it. Anything prior to marriage belongs to that person. But anything that you accumulated during your marriage, it has to, I mean, okay, go get a mediator, split it up or whatever. But things that she's accomplished on her own, how can a judge say, "Oh no, we're going to overturn it"? She doesn't, that prenup means nothing. It says, if my memory serves me, I believe she wanted to protect what she had before the marriage. That's right. She said she was okay splitting what they built together. So maybe that's where it helped overrule. It helped overrule. No, together, what they built together, not her stuff. Just what was made during the marriage. But I was a fan and she was all for splitting what they built together. Women do it all the time. Get that bag, King. Oop. He is entitled to half of what was earned in a marriage. We are right. That's what we're saying during the marriage. As of December 2025, the divorce settlement between Kandi Burris and Todd Tucker is still ongoing, and no final ruling has been made on their assets, their prenup, or their prenuptial agreement. It is not true that Todd has already won half of the money or that the prenup was definitely tossed out. That's good to hear. Anthony says, I'm gonna just say them shoes feel different when they're on the other feet, ladies, don't they? That is why men are talking about when they that is what men are talking about when they say you weren't in the gym with me, but want half of that man's stuff. He might not have been in the gym, but he was show outside waiting in the car. So I don't know. But I do believe it's kind of early in this divorce that's happening. I believe it's a little early, and that possibly they haven't made a decision like that right now. I know that Todd is fighting it. I know that he is allegedly going for custody of the kids. He was going for emergency custody of the kids, but I don't know that the judge has overturned the $50 million prenup. Prenup. So we'll continue to follow this to see what's going to happen, because we'll know because it's in the public eye now. But I just would say, just for my opinion, is that exactly what the prenup says. Whatever was before my marriage is mine. That means my house, this everything that was in that marriage. And the contract did not say if I get a divorce in a certain amount of time. It said if in the event of a divorce. So that's Kandi and Todd. Let me move on. Can y'all hear me? Just making sure I keep getting
Yeah,
kicked
we
out.
can hear you.
Okay, gotcha. So I want to move on to the Reiner situation. As you guys know, Mr. Reiner and his wife was unalived allegedly by the son. And so we're now finding more information about what really happened, or what actually happened leading up to the situation. Um, so I went back and I was like, I got to remember who he was. But when I immediately saw him, I was like, yeah, I watch this all the time. He was the son of Archie Bunker. Duh, Marvel. So he went on and to become become a director, a prominent director in the industry. He met his wife. He was after Penny. They were married about 30 years. They had 3 kids. And so what happened is they were allegedly at a party, and so let me back up. Nick had been allegedly struggling with drug use. He was addicted, and he would share that a lot. But for me, I feel like this particular night, they went to a nice party. I don't know if it was a Christmas party or what, but everybody was dressed in suits and dresses, tuxes, like tux and everything else. Like they were dressed up, dressed the part, right? He came in a hoodie. This is just sources that was in the party, so allegedly came into the party with a hoodie on, and that was already strange, right? And sources that was inside the party heard heard that he heard him and his father like having a loud altercation, but short and quick altercation. And they were at they were at um Harlem said Conan O'Brien. Yeah, they were at Conan's house, Conan O'Brien's party. But anyway, sources heard them, and it was a quick argument, but it was loud. And then so the next day, their 28-year-old daughter, Romy, went to the home or came home and to find them unalive. She talked to law enforcement investigators, and she said the main source that you need to.
She froze, y'all.
The
It's
brother
frozen where
Nick.
she at, y'all. It's snowing and it's frozen, so when it's freeze, her internet freezes too.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, I'm back. I don't know why this keep happening. So anyway, um, the daughter said it needed to be Nick that they looked at. Eventually, Nick got arrested. Is in jail. First, it was a no bond, but I think now there may be a bond. I'm not sure, but it was no bond, and he may have gone to court or whatever. But the investigation is still ongoing. Now, what we are hearing about the parents is that so Nick had a long stretch of addiction, and no matter what, his parents were always, by his side, trying to help him out regardless. Every time he fell off or whatever, that they would stand by him. But I'm hearing here, Harlem said that they were getting ready to put him into a conservatorship, which it sounded like he needed to be anyway. But whatever the argument was about, like I feel like he wasn't at that party sober, allegedly, just my thoughts. And that whatever was he took, like it made him enraged, and he just went off and started stabbing them with a knife until they were both unalive. Let me see the comments. Harlem said, I read somewhere there were updates on YouTube that creators were complaining about.
She had updated it last week, Harlem.
What's she saying?
Basically,
Oh, about
creators
this,
been
about my
complaining,
YouTube.
yeah, about YouTube updating, but we
Yep, I
updated it
did it.
last week. We both
So I
did.
don't know why it's just kicking me out, and then I just have to push go live again, and then it comes back to my live. It'll say resume every so often. I don't know why, but y'all, thank y'all for hanging in here with me. Thank y'all for getting the likes up. The likes are matching. I appreciate that so much. Rice said, not believing any of it. Did they deserve to be unalive? No, of course not. But what did the parents do to that kid? Look at all high profile parents unaliving. It's found out the parents were abusive. Well, just like those two brothers, daddy was pretty abusive to them. Plenty of kids have rug problems and don't unalive their parents. Yeah, no, they didn't deserve to be unalive at all, no matter what. But I'm pretty sure if he had a long-standing addiction problem, they probably got frustrated and upset with him a lot about that because he wouldn't do what they wanted him to do. We don't know. It could be a plethora of things. But to go take their lives, no, they did not deserve that. No one deserves that. Regardless, I mean, they're still your parents, no matter what. If you're grown, stay away from them. If you don't like what they're doing or saying, stay away from them. Yeah, the Menendez brothers. Yeah, but we found out that their father was very, 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 very abusive, and maybe mom went along with it or something. I don't know. So, I mean, it is a sad situation. The Obamas were to meet them the very day that they were found unalive for lunch. And Michelle Obama came out and talked about that they were supposed to meet them for lunch and that they were really good people. So it was. I mean, it's a bad situation. It's a hard to digest, right? But it's, I look at like now his daughter. She's going to have some issues walking in that house finding her parents like that. So that's who they need to be really focusing on, making sure she's okay. And I'm sure she has people around her for that. But I was really sad by this to hear that it happened in that way. And like I said, right, you're right. Maybe there was some abuse. Maybe there was some things that happened, but stay away from them. You didn't have to be there. You're a grown man. You didn't have to no longer be around them if you didn't want to.
She's stuck again. It might, well, we know there ain't no internet issue, so it might be an update again.
I guess so. Might have to cut it short. It lets me right back in and just kicks out.
Yeah, it probably might be another update issue.
Yeah, it just go black for me. It just go black and then make me go all the way home, out like I'm not even live. So then I have to push live, and then it'll say resume your live, and I'll come back in. He was living on the property in the guest house. Yes, right. So even if like if Wright was saying what Wright was saying, get off their property, right? Bye. I mean, just go away if you don't want to do. But I feel like they allowed him because of the people that were close to them, on the inside, close to them, was saying that they really would stand by him. They protected all their kids. They were support for all their kids, no matter what it looked like, whether he was on rugs or not. They still at some at to a certain extent they stood by him. They would put him in rehab. They did everything they could do. But I didn't know about the conservatorship at all. So maybe it's that he didn't want to go. I'm interested in knowing. So Harlem, was the argument over the conservatorship, or no one has said specifically what they were arguing about? All I'm getting is that it was a loud, short argument, and he came in to what was very chic and very uppity, like you got to dress the part, dresses, gowns, tuxedos, and he came in a hoodie, like asking people, are you famous, are you famous, going around the party asking people are they famous. Well, he did. I mean, if he was in his right mind, he's in the mix with the people all the time. He wouldn't have to do that. But I think that he was either mentally broken down or he was on some kind of substance to be doing that. And so they said that was kind of strange. So let me Google, let me see real quick. This guy right here was saying, let's Hey guys, hear, Jackson UI here. Let's hear what he has to say. It's been about a day since we have given you an update. Can y'all hear that? Regarding the hump PM. Now, what we also covered was that when she was speaking to authorities, she had said that there was one suspect that should be at the top of the list of people they look into, Nick Reiner. So, what we know now that we didn't know yesterday are a few more details regarding the Conan O'Brien Christmas party. Sources tell us that when Nick showed up with his family, Nick was wearing a hoodie, and this made him seem a little bit out of place to all of the other people that were there, because this is a pretty formal event. A lot of people around him are wearing tuxedos and suits and dresses, and he's the only person there wearing a hoodie. He looked a little bit disheveled, and sources also say that he looked high on something. This is around the time the argument broke out between Rob and Nick Reiner. But what we're told after everybody left is that at around 4 a.m., Nick checked into a Santa Monica hotel using his credit card. Now, this is interesting because Nick lives with Rob and Michelle at this point, right? So it's interesting to hear that he's checked into a hotel at 4 in the morning. Now, eyewitnesses who saw him check into this hotel say that he looked tweaked out, and I quote that. And they added that there were no visible signs of blood or any gashes or cuts on him. Now, this is a very important piece of information, and I'll get into why in a second. The reservation was only made for a day, but Nick never formally checked out. Now, the next morning, when housekeeping went into Nick's room, they say that the shower was full of blood and that there was blood all over the bed, and that the windows of the hotel room were covered in bed sheets. And Nick himself was nowhere to be found. Now, this is Sunday morning, so this is just a few hours after Nick is checked in. So now we have a clearer timeline of events here. I'm back.
Listen, all right, why you got it paused, right?
Huh?
I said, why you got it paused, right?
Yeah.
How did they know to go to Nick's room and see that just hours after his parents unaliving?
How did they know what?
How they know to go to Nick's room at that hotel
They
and
did
find
because the hotel, when it was time for housekeeping to clean, they went to the room to clean, and that's when they found. That's when the housekeeper found it, and so the housekeeper reported it. But how did they know to find him at a park where they arrested him? Is my question. Like, what clues led them to the park?
I could just imagine, you know, everybody at that party, millionaires and billionaires, right? So I just want to imagine how those rich sedity people was looking when they see him coming there with that hoodie on.
With the hoodie, which now he's been having this long-standing addiction problem, so they're probably like, oh Lord, here he goes. They probably, if they're close enough to the family, they knew. But he said that some of them were shocked to see him, the only one, so they kind of felt like something was off with him when he did that, walking in there with a hoodie. You know better not come in there with no hoodie. So let me continue.
Jail in Los Angeles. Yesterday, we reported that he was being held on a $4 million bail. That $4 million bail is now no more. He can no longer post bail and get out. We're also being told that he has been placed on suicide watch. Nick has also hired famed criminal defense attorney Alan Jackson, who has also represented people like Kevin Spacey and Karen Reed to represent him in this trial. Now, Alan Jackson has spoken to us, and Nick was actually supposed to appear in court today, but Alan Jackson has said to both us and the court that considering he's on suicide watch, he is not medically cleared to appear in court. Now, regarding that court appearance, we are unsure if this was going to be an arraignment, whether he was going to be formally charged with a crime. Like we reported yesterday, he has been arrested on suspicion of the murder, but he has not been formally charged. We're also told that the courts were debating on whether to even charge him today, with what they were going to charge him with, or how they were going to go about the charges themselves. So again, whether or not this was an arraignment is totally unclear to us and is only going to be revealed in the coming weeks. Something else I want to add. We read the comments a lot here. And we read the comments on yesterday's video that we posted to the team's YouTube channel. And something that we've realized is that with each day this goes on, this topic becomes exponentially more political. And I suppose what we're wondering is why? Whether you're for the right.
All right, so here's my thing also. Okay, the room was, you can help us with this, Montana. So the room was full of blood. The sheets was up to the window, but he was nowhere to be found. That's the only, like, what else do they have that say he did it to be able to hold him with with no bond? Has he admitted it? Like, is there footage? Like, hey, AD Productions, welcome back. You came back. We're
Well,
talking about the Reiner situation. So what are you thinking, Montana? Like for me, I'm like, okay, you have the sister saying he's crazy. That needs to be the number one suspect. You also have now he lives on the property with parents. Why is he checking in for one day in the hotel? Why do they find blood all over the hotel room and sheets and he's not there? And probably fingerprints, yeah. And then ultimately finding him in the park and arresting him. They weren't really sure if they were going to move forward with the charges. Put a $4 million bond, snatch the bond.
what got me, you know, thinking is they still never charged him with charge him for the unaliving. They just said that he just incarcerated right now as a person of interest. But you right, there's no evidence. But what a coincidence that all thing it
All
is
that happened.
coincidence evidence.
Yeah. And now you immediately get you a lawyer, which you have to get a lawyer, but I'm just saying.
But at the same time, It happened in their home.
At their home. So I'm thinking
So
video
so we
footage.
know there's camera footage.
Yeah, we know there's cameras.
He was a cameraman and he was a director, so why wouldn't he
Oh
have
yeah.
cameras?
Oh yeah. I was
So we
wondering
know
if
they got cameras.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was also political too. Reiner was outspoken about 47 mere weeks ago, but son and with a knife suggests it's personal. So yeah, this I was gonna read what Donald Trump said too because Bridget sent that to me about Donald Trump. I think he's so rude for this, but here's what he says about the whole situation. Trump's reaction to Reiner's unaliving is indefensible, but American has been here before. It says, of course, President Donald Trump doubled down on his tasteless social media post about unalived Hollywood director Rob Reiner. Trump never second guesses himself, no matter how heinous his actions or words are. He played this game for years, move that out the way, wielding insults and the consequent outrage as a tool of power and to solidify his outsider status and seeds new feuds, which his supporters adore against political and media elites. So the question arising from his diatribes about the When Harry Met Sally director is not whether they are grossly offensive. They are offensive. Nor is the fallout likely to destroy Trump politically. Outlandish behavior has never brought him down, and his compulsion to make the tragedy all about himself by declaring Reiner died because of anger he stirred over Trump derangement syndrome will surprise no one. They call it the TDS, or the TDS syndrome, the Trump derangement syndrome. But Trump's latest assault on decency came at an unprecedented moment in his political story. He's suffered unheard of revolts from Republicans in Indiana over his midterm redistricting drive in the House of Representatives over the Epstein files. He's out of touch with voters over high price for groceries, healthcare, and housing. Trump's approval ratings have also crashed, and some Republicans are envisioning a future free from all the baggage their president brings. So, basically, he was saying that I was trying to get exactly what he said about Trump says, hold on. Let me read the comments real quick. Probably his fingerprints. I was wondering if he was also political too. When I heard that happen and then heard the son was responsible, I knew something just isn't right. Something demonic happened. Oh, absolutely. There it is. President doubled down on criticism. President Donald Trump continued to receive bipartisan backlash this week over comments he made about Rob Reiner and his wife, who were found unalived in the Southern California residence over the weekend. Reiner, 78, was unalived alongside his wife, Michelle Singer, in the Los Angeles home in their home on Sunday, December the 14th. Before Reiner's unaliving, Reiner repeatedly criticized Trump, but as of December 16th, there had been no indication that his unaliving was related to politics. Police took Reiner's 32-year-old son Nick Reiner into custody, charged him with the unaliving, and are holding him with no bail. It still didn't tell me what did Trump say about Reiner. Here are both times the president commented. He said on Monday, December the 15th, which was yesterday, the president fired off a social media post saying Reiner's unaliving was reportedly due to the anger he caused others through to reportedly due to the anger he caused others through a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement. And then he also says he was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald Trump. This is what Donald Trump is saying. So Donald Trump he said he wasn't a fan. I saw him on his interview. They was like, okay, I know you've heard about Rob Reiner and his wife. What do you think about it? And he was like, I'm not a fan of his. Like he didn't really care if he was unalived or not. Wright said Goofy's days are numbered. He is very sick. I agree. AB Production says could be money could be money related as well. True. Net worth, inheritance, insurance policies. Yep, that he ain't gonna never see. I don't think fingerprints are strong enough because technically the son could be in their parents' home, so they have to have something strong. I guarantee they are going to seal this case and hush it. And you're right about those fingerprints because he lived on the property, so he very well could have been in the house, right? He probably goes inside the house every day to visit with his parents. I don't know, so his fingerprints may not be something they can stand on because he lived on the property and probably was in the home a
Well,
lot.
to defend that, right? Which is you right about that. He stay in the home, so his fingerprints is everywhere.
Yeah,
But but if they found a weapon that was used, the knife that was used, even though
yeah.
he washed it, they still got some stuff they could spray on it, and they could tell that your blood was on there because it'll glow.
Oh, oh wow.
And then you in California where they have the most high tech police department in the world, where they have
Mm.
all the technology. So how you be going on when you be watching crime TV where you see all them unsolved mysteries and they be going there and spray the carpet and even though they clean the carpet with carpet cleaner, they can spray some stuff on the carpet and it glow up in the dark, that
Yeah,
blood in there.
yep,
The same thing
yep,
they can do to that knife. They could
yep.
tell. And they could tell if it was human blood or blood that was cleaning meat like beef or chicken. They could tell the difference.
Hmm. Well, for me, I just I feel like this. They'll get down to the bottom of it. AD Productions seem to think that they will seal it off. We won't hear anything about it. But I think it has gotten too noticed across the nation, across the world, and I think we will continue to hear about things going down with it. Just my opinion. Thank you guys for being here. Like, go ahead and hit the like for me, so we can get our likes up and stay in the algorithm. It helps us with the algorithm, and also it's a free way to support the channel. We're on our way to 10K.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
help us
right
get there.
sounds. Right sounds, you
So let me
right.
see.
Cause soon as they spray it, they turn off the lights in the room and make it dark, and wherever the blood been, it's gonna glow in the dark purple. It glows in the dark.
It's crazy. So anyway, we'll move on, but that's them, and we'll continue to follow that as well. All right. What is it? Chemiluminescent. I don't even know how to say it. So anyway, let's move on. If y'all are still with me, I have a few things here. If you guys remember, LA Reid is facing charges for SA. Why do they word that big? Right. Luminescent. Chemiluminescent. All right, there. Right, AB Productions, break it down for me. I need you to break it down. So anyway, moving on. So we heard that in the past, we did get information that LA Reid was charged with SA. And so we hadn't heard much about it, but we knew that there would be a trial and they would be moving forward. And so we now have information on this. The United States District Court, Southern District of New York, Drew Dixon, plaintiff. Antonio Marquise, L.A. Reid is the defendant. Janetta A. Vargas, United States District Judge. On August the 25th, chemicals that glow up for him with umbrella, yeah. On August the 25th, 2025, the parties appeared for a pretrial conference. At the conference, it was represented that defendant L.A. Reid was not in possession of his litigation file from his former counsel, Kinsella, Holly Isser Steins something, Kinsella Holly. Due to the defendant's lack of access to his litigation files day before the anticipated start of the trial of this matter, which was set to begin September the 8th, 2025, the court adjourned the trial date. Accordingly, trial in this matter shall commence on January the 12th, 2026 at 9 a.m. in the courtroom 14C, United States Courthouse, 500 Pearl Street, New York, New York. This is a firm date. No further adjournment will be permitted. So, trial is going to begin. There's going to be a lot of trials in 2076 that we're going to be following. But January the 12th, 2026 at 9 a.m. is a firm date. No further adjournments will be permitted. The parties are further ordered to appear for a final pretrial conference on this coming Friday, the 19th, 2025 at 2:30 p.m. in courtroom 14C, United States, 500 Pearl Street, New York, New York. So we will be following this trial. We will be bringing you guys daily information as it's brought to us on here, and we will see what the outcome is going to be. L.A. Reid is on trial for SA. Good. Getting L.A. Reid, Clive Davis been doing scummy behavior. Yep. Let me see what this is about. So we're getting ready to see. There's a lot of things going on. We even are hearing chatter about. We are hearing chatter about Diddy possibly facing another RICO. Now, I'm just going to keep it at that because I don't have more in-depth information. But, there's a lot of stuff being said about Diddy. So we'll see. Expose them all, Harlem said. Quincy Jones, too. Don't know why people praise these people just because of what they got. And that's crazy. Just like that Jordan, Diddy's chef, Jordan, when she was coming out, she was like, so what? Y'all want us to be quiet and not say nothing. That's what happened. Nobody said nothing. So then we're crazy for saying that, for telling our truth. And then we're liars because we want to come out and tell the truth. And so they want you just to hush, hush, but let you be treated any kind of way. Let people be SA'd in the R word and not say nothing because these people are powerful people. No, these people are human beings and they have to follow the law like everybody else. So they need to be exposed. They need to be found out. Yes, AV production, this is a crazy world. If you would have heard what Montana was saying when we first came on today about 14-year-olds in California, this world is crazy. It's crazy.
After the scream, I'm gonna send you the video.
Okay. I do street justice is for stuff like that. Oh, okay. Wow. But I'm sure somebody's gonna be in that courtroom for the L.A. Reid. Columbus Shore says they hate him in the industry because he never let anyone take his. Quick question: Ray J working with Chris Stokes. That's why I'm right here talking this real it. Huh? I wonder, do we want to listen to that? Okay, let's move on to the next. I don't care. I'll take the case. I tell you, Vlad put up a message that Puff is going to hate him for the rest of his life after he drops this interview. No, you didn't. Who's he interviewing? Oh, Lord. Who is he interviewing, Harlow? Ooh. They already hate Vlad anyway.
I don't like him either. It
Yeah,
seems like everybody who do
they
an interview with
cannot
him, they get arrested.
they cannot stand Vlad. So Vlad the police too. That's what I heard. AB Productions. Oh,
Listen,
he didn't
I
say. He
said,
just said if he once he
listen,
drop it. Ooh, I can't wait to see.
hey, AP, I said that on the last time on the last stream, I said Vlad, he the police.
Hmm.
It seems
I
like
heard,
all
but
rappers
they
who do
said every
interviews
time
with him,
somebody. I'm sorry.
all rappers he interview, a couple of days after they get locked up.
That's what they say about good old Vlad. But listen, I was sent this by Harlem. Like California expanded protections for survivors of SA. December the 1st, 2025. No, Vlad has interviewed everybody and they not all in jail. APZ said 100%. In 2025, California's lawmakers acted to protect survivors of violence by once again extending their ability to bring expired civil sexual assault claims. So they expanded it. The new law, AB 250, the Justice for Survivors of SA, will open up a new 2-year look back window from January 1, 2026 through December the 31st, 2027, similar to the 1-year window created by AB 2777 for survivors of SA, in which an entity responsible for the harm had engaged in a cover up of prior assaults. Oh my gosh, here we go. 26 is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. They just extended a look back window and they coming for them. They gonna get them. They giving them a whole year to come out and tell your truth and get your perpetrator out of here. That's California. California has a new look back extension.
Listen, and then you got like I say, 26 is gonna be an interesting year, and anything after 26. You have listen, man, we AI has played in our face for so many years, and now they about to play us. We enjoy the hey Alexa, turn the lights off, or hey Alexa, turn the lights blue in the kitchen, or hey Alexa, play this song, or hey Siri this, hey Siri that. Now we've been playing with AI for all these years. Now they about to play us. You got UPS. They are they are cutting 100,000 jobs due to they're gonna have people running AI on. They're gonna have AI machines.
AI is scary. It could be it's beneficial in a lot of ways, but it's very scary.
100,000 people losing their jobs
That's a
because of
lot of
AI.
jobs. That's a lot of jobs.
And and um and the thing about it is it's gonna get more worse. It's gonna get more worse.
Mm. Well, here we are. I mean, this is the world we live in. So let's move on. I got a little bit more. I want to hurry up and get already late. So ex Abercrombie CEO Mike Jeffries is fit to stand trial on trafficking charges, prison officials say. So I'm not sure if you guys know who he is, but ex Abercrombie. Oh yeah, the robot doesn't have to rest, get paid, eat, etc. Yeah, that's crazy. Just a month after he was declared mentally unfit due to his dementia and late onset Alzheimer's disease, he is deemed to be competent to stand trial. This man is 81 years old. He's an 81-year-old millionaire, and he's accused of organizing X parties where male models were paid for X implied with rugs, was initially deemed unfit because of his ailments, when he was hospitalized in May. But in a letter filed in Brooklyn federal court, prison officials indicated his health has since improved. Jeffries is able to understand the nature and consequences of the proceedings against him and to assist properly in his own defense. He didn't elaborate further on the letter, but said the prison had handed over a report to the judge handling this case. Jeffrey was discharged from the federal lockups medical center on November the 21st, and he will be standing trial. A doctor from the Bureau of Prisons is of different opinion. He said in a statement, "We look forward to the judge hearing the medical evidence and deciding on the appropriate course of actions moving forward." The development came as prosecutors and Jeffrey's defense team held a status hearing Thursday via phone with U.S. District Court Judge Caudry. So we shall be looking forward to that as well. What the hell, bro? This is why I don't trust nobody. Nope. Let's see. Doing the same thing No Diddy was doing. It's like I said, you think nobody is the only one doing this? Nah, far from it, right? I stay my butt home. You and me both. You never know who you're really talking to is a fact. Ain't that scary? Ain't that just crazy? You don't even know. Want to come to a party? Nope. There's a party at my house every night. Trust no one. It's a fact. And it's so sad. That's sad. And it's so sad.
But yeah, man, I guess by 2030, by 2030 or 2031, I predict there will be no such thing as a job. There will be
So
no
you know
such thing
that
as a job. Everybody will be their own freelancers. And they already putting in the law. By 2030, um, it was executive. Trump signed an executive order. By 2030, all manufacturers that has cars in the United States, their cars must average 50 miles per gallon. That's been signed into law. So these car dealerships, these car manufacturers, they got 4 years to test a technology to get it right for 2030 because it take effect of immediately 2030. So just imagine you get 50 miles per gallon in your car.
that's crazy. That's crazy. That's what Musk said.
But
Yeah, so the last story for tonight, we're gonna just end with this. Tory Lanez lawyer, you guys, Tory Lanez is back in the headlines. His lawyer appeals sanctions for deposition in Megan Thee Stallion's defamation case with Milagro Grams. Megan Thee Stallion sued Milagro Grams back in 2024 for allegedly spreading numerous falsehoods about her and Tory Lanez pow pow. Tory Lanez's attorney Crystal Morgan has filed an appeal to challenge $5,000 in sanctions she is facing for allegedly blocking the rapper's disposition in Megan Thee Stallion's recent defamation case against Milagro Grams. Morgan filed the notice of appeal to the United States Court of Appeals for the 11th Circuit on Monday, according to All Hip Hop. The drama stems from Lane's allegedly refusal to answer questions during the court-ordered deposition for Megan's defamation law. Now, and Tory's deposition was played in court, and he literally got up and walked out. He didn't want to talk to them. Basically, he was done. U.S. Magistrate George Lissette M. Reed previously held Lanez in contempt for refusing to cooperate. She fined Lanez $20,000 and then filed Morgan another $5,000, which is his lawyer. Court documents allege that Lanez heralded multiple expletives, it sure did, at Megan's legal team during the entire ordeal. When they warned him about financial penalties for his antics, he waved them off and cited his net worth. Crazy. Megan Cuniff, who is always in the courtroom, she says the first appeal has been announced and she kind of showed it, but I have a copy of it. She didn't show the whole thing. Crystal Morgan by and through undersigned counsel and files the notice of appeal to the United States Court of Appeals for the 11th Circuit. Morgan appeals the order judgment against her issuing sanctions, which this court entered November the 16th. She's trying to get it thrown out. And that's because she got fined $5,000 for his actions. So we'll see what happens with that, what a judge will do about that. She just today filed that. Wait a minute. Yesterday. Today, 16th, December 15th, yesterday filed it. Did y'all see the video of him getting poked up? He got hit up like 20, 30 times. That whole case is weird. He just ain't want to say the truth. Who, Tory Lanez? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. High fuel efficient cars have been around for 20 years. They do it because it's not beneficial to the auto companies. All right. So yeah, y'all, that is the show tonight. It has been a good conversation. We'll see what happens. There's getting ready to be an abundance of content to talk about with just the court cases. So you guys stay tuned for 2026 as we continue to follow these cases. Like I'm interested. I don't know if the judge will throw it out because Tory showed his butt in that deposition. He showed his butt and got up and walked out. So I'm not sure what'll happen with that. Rock Nation has 2 models suing them. Did you see that? No, send it to me. Okay, if you find it, send it to me. We'll add that to the list tomorrow. I think that's it, y'all, for tonight. That's all I had on the lineup tonight.
Hey,
Listen,
you going?
you guys have.
You hear me? Hello?
We did.
You hear me now?
I can hear you.
All right. You going live tomorrow?
Tomorrow, Wednesday, yes.
I was trying to find an open day.
Yeah, so we could do Wednesdays. Let me see. Walk it out is crazy. That's why you always let your lawyer show your emotions in court. Yep, that's right. Shouldn't have walked out. But we could do tomorrow. We could do tomorrow.
All right, and we could do it on StreamYard where you can share the videos.
Okay.
Right Sound, you coming up? Tomorrow is gonna be the premiere.
So explain it more so they can just remind them what you're talking about.
Right Sound say he want to do the sports with me or whatever. Um, you want to do it tomorrow? Right Sounds, like you want to come up and do like commentary and reactions. What time phases?
So what's good for y'all? Y'all tell me.
You want to do 9 o'clock Eastern time
We can do that.
and what is what
8
8 o'clock your
Central.
time?
Uh-huh.
And we only need what we only get what was a good 45 minutes.
About 45 minutes, we can do that. So tomorrow, you guys, we're gonna allow for Montana to do his premiere. We're gonna try to do a sports thing, even though that's not something I'm into at all. But it's interesting to hear y'all talk about it. So I'm gonna see how it goes. Something new to add to the channel. So about for the first 45 minutes tomorrow, and then we'll have videos and everything. So you got to send them to me, Montana. So work on that tonight. Send them to me so that you'll have them. Or yeah, or can I allow you to share?
Yeah, you can share the screen on StreamYard.
Yeah, no, I'm saying can I let you share or do you have to send them to me?
I'm gonna have to send it to you
Yeah,
because
email me your videos that
I'm
you're
not
gonna be talking about.
because I'm not an admin. If I was an admin on your
Right.
channel, then I can do it.
Okay, well, send me the ones that you're talking about, you guys. Tomorrow, the first 45 minutes of the live, once we get started, will be dedicated to that, and then we'll jump into some other stuff. Listen, if y'all ever have anything that you want to talk about, any topics you want to talk about, anything that's breaking, that's exclusive that I don't have, send them to me, please. My email is info.blacklinkmag, the number one, at gmail.com. Again, that's info.blacklinkmag, the number one, at gmail.com. Always email me or DM me on Instagram at Blacklink Magazine, and we can talk about it. Will there refreshments served, Montana? Montana, she said she'll come if you're serving refreshments tomorrow. But
Uh,
anyway, you guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. I appreciate it. I hope y'all have a good night. And we'll be right here 8 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. We'll have flyers to share out if anybody will help us share that out so people can come and check his little segment out tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. Thank y'all again for being here. Don't forget to bring APZ snacks, Montana, because she'll be here. Y'all have a good
uh,
night.
all
Y'all,
right,
good night.
all right, APZ.
Email them to me, Montana.
All right.
All right, bye, y'all. Good night.